part 3 of my story and coming to Desteni and the events that happened. Okay, so after I've been here a month, I left my girlfriend. I broke up with her because I was having a conversation with Desteni while we were doing a mind map, and I was writing about my girlfriend and how shitty her life was and shit had happened to her, and it was happening how I'm stuck with problems and, you know, constantly being support and stuff. And Desteni said, well, can she join Process, you know, start participating with us? And I said, well, she's a super Christian, you know, like her mom is Christian, her dad, everyone is Christian, and there's no way that anyone that I know that's Christian so far has decided to stand up for life or do a process of self. So I realized within self-honesty that I will only be abusing her through participating in process and leaving her alone for 6 months, and then the possibility of never going home, and then after 6 months tell her, hey, sorry, I'm gonna remain here. So that night I called her and I told her, okay, this is the practical physical points, as I cannot let you wait for me for 6 months and then after 6 months I might decide, hey, I'm not going back home, and then that will fuck someone up really bad. So I said, this is what I'm doing, I'm going to start participating in process, I'm going to start working on myself, and we have to break up. Yeah, so that was very, very tough in a way. I was, first time in my life that I felt that amount of anxiety, shaking, the phone was like shaking my hand. Yeah, the whole point of loss and shit. Anyway, so after I broke up, interesting thing happened. I felt free, you know, like the point of freedom, like, oh, now I'm free, this burden off of my shoulders and everything. I think most people experience that when they break up, actually, the real experience. And then I started participating in my process. This is where it started. I could actually start focusing more on everything that was here. I could focus on doing things. So I started doing physical projects with Desteni, like landscaping work that we did in the garden, where we moved plants from one side of the farm to the other side, and, you know, changing the environment according to how it will work physically, practically. And I remember sitting in a lounge one day and Bernard asked me, so do you enjoy working outside? And I looked at it, well, I never considered, do I enjoy working outside? And I realized, yeah, I enjoy working in physical, getting my hands dirty in the dirt, sweating in the sun, feeling my physical body work, move. And that's when I got into more things on the farm, like go cut fields, move hay, de-weeding fields. It's been a long process. Building walls, mixing cement, doing little things, and putting ongeline all over and shade with algae. That was obviously my first time I ever used a drill, and where I tightened bolts with spanners and tools, and, you know, the first time I used stuff like that. And a month went by. A lot of new people came to the farm, such as Jasper, David, Anne, Alex Parkinson. My brother Ivan came to the farm. Layla, Maite, they came to the farm. And I cannot really see who else came to the farm. Bella was here, Matty was here, I was here. Kim Amoret, what's her name? Yeah, Kim Amoret. Yeah, she came to the farm. And it was pretty cool. We had like movie nights in the shade, like 2 of them. We were like a little bunch of kids playing with each other, teasing each other, being all weirdish. Because it's like new, it's like people from overseas all over the world coming to one location here in South Africa and meeting up for one thing, the same thing, equality. And it's pretty cool because it's like connecting dots all over the world coming together. And I had a whole big expectation about overseas people, like they must be smarter or like aliens. Yeah, they're more than South African people. But when I got here, I realized they're actually pretty lazy fuckers. That's what I saw. And yeah, a lot of bubbles got burst. A lot of points came up in relation to how I am to other people. Conflict happened, irritations, relationship points came up. Because I mean, it's a bunch of strange people in a new environment. It's pretty interesting stuff happened. And yeah, so after a month of that, I got into an agreement with Layla, which I'm still with in an agreement, almost 3 years now. Yes, all my relationships lasted 3 months, 2 months, or 5 months. The longest one I had was 5 months. That was the one that I came here with, and I just always said goodbye, goodbye. But once I got an agreement, when it was based on what's practical and best for all, and common sense and principles and all of that, it's lasted 3 years so far, and that's pretty damn good. That's like something that my pre-programming would have never allowed, I can say. And when the agreement came, a lot of shit came up. God, jealousy points, nasty back-chatting points. Me and Layla couldn't talk to each other because there was no trust at all. There was nothing that we can rely on what the other being is saying. So what we did was we would lay on the bed with a book and a pen, and we would just write down everything. Like, this is what I'm experiencing, self-forgiveness underneath it. Give it to Layla, she writes down self-forgiveness, give it to me. And so we started doing writing. And till there was like establishment of, okay, I can communicate now without manipulating you or without wanting to control you. Or, well, that was mostly my points. I don't know about Layla. She was mostly submitting. And then Layla left. For a month I was with her here on the farm, and she left for 3 months, and within that 3 months I completely forgot about her. I did have Skype chats, but like once in 2 weeks. But my understanding of the agreement was not, I didn't have any understanding. I just remember hearing, remember, you don't have to change if Layla's gone, remain who you are. And I fucking went and I changed completely. As in, yeah, I can still be free, you know, that whole thing of freedom. And then, after 3 months that Layla was gone, I did physical work on the farm, continued doing that. I got a new room. Yeah, just as the agreement started, I got a new room, a little room that was 2.1 meters by 1.5. No, it was 2 by 2.1. It's a really tiny room, and me and Layla stayed in it. It was fucking bad, and Boo Boo joined us, and I had a rat. We had one closet, one desk, and one single bed that we both lived with for a month. Then she left, and I was still in the room. And within that time, a lot of points came up, like, because when I came to the farm, before I came to the farm, I lived in a luxury life. A big room, a huge bed, my own PC, my own desk, a huge closet full of clothes, you know, lots of stuff. And when I got here, I slept on a couch, and I didn't have a closet at all and nothing. And then I went to a small tiny room, like I was living in some third world shack place, which it was actually, because we are third world. But I had that all experienced, and yeah, so then joining me, that was even more like, so a lot of irritations came out, a lot of points like movement, sharing, everything was like forced out of me. I can't talk for Leila right now, but yeah, I slept most of the time because she had to use the PC. So I would just sleep on the bed, and when she goes to sleep I would watch stuff. And yeah, so then I went away for 3 months. I stayed 3 months alone, continued physical work, swimming, enjoying myself with other people, completely forgetting about Leila. I faced that point of like, you know, what I did. Anyway, continue the next one.